You wake up. It's 6:12 in the morning. Your alarm hasn't gone off yet, but your body already knows. Another work day, another commute, another paycheck, another month where somehow, no matter how much you earn, you still feel financially stuck. And here's the crazy part. You're doing everything society told you to do. You studied. You worked hard. You got the job. You became responsible. Maybe you even make more money than your parents ever did. But despite all of that, you still check your bank account before buying something small. You still feel anxious when bills hit. You still feel trapped inside a system that never actually lets you breathe. And today, I'm going to show you why. Because the truth is, your salary was never designed to make you rich. It was designed to keep you dependent. Dependent on the next paycheck. Dependent on the next promotion. Dependent on staying inside the system. And once you see how the system really works, you'll never look at money the same way again. This is the salary trap. Meet Jason. He's 32 years old, lives in Dallas, works in corporate sales, makes $92,000 a year. On paper, Jason is successful. He drives a newer car. He lives in a modern apartment. He wears nice clothes. He eats at expensive restaurants sometimes. If you saw his Instagram, you'd probably think he's winning at life. But here's what you don't see. Every month, Jason is stressed. Not because he's lazy, not because he's irresponsible, because the math is broken. Let's look at it. After taxes, healthcare, retirement deductions, and insurance, Jason takes home around $5,400 a month. Sounds good, right? Now watch what happens. Rent, $2,100. Car payment, $610. Insurance, $220. Phone and subscriptions, $140. Groceries and eating out, $700. Gas, $180. Student loans, $420. Credit cards, $350. Gym membership, $90. Random monthly expenses, $500. And suddenly, Jason has almost nothing left. Every month starts over. Work, get paid, spend, repeat. And the scariest part, this has become normal. Millions of Americans are trapped in the exact same cycle. People earning $50,000, people earning $100,000, even people earning $250,000. Because most people don't actually own their income. Their income already belongs to someone else. The landlord, the bank, the car company, the government, the credit card companies. The paycheck simply passes through their hands. And that's the first secret of the salary trap. The system makes you feel rich, while quietly keeping you broke. Think about the path most people are pushed toward. Go to school, get good grades, go to college, get into debt, find a stable job, work for 40 years. Retire when your body is too tired to enjoy life. That's considered normal. But nobody ever stops and asks, who benefits most from this system? Because it's not you. See, the economy runs on predictable workers. People who wake up every morning and trade time for money. People who can't afford to stop. The system doesn't want financial independence. It wants financial dependence. Because dependent people are predictable. A person with no savings can't take risks. A person drowning in debt can't walk away. A person living paycheck to paycheck stays obedient. That's why lifestyle inflation is so dangerous. The moment people earn more, they spend more. New salary, new apartment, promotion, better car, bonus, vacation, luxury watch, expensive purchases. And each upgrade feels like success. But in reality, every upgrade increases dependency. The higher your lifestyle rises, the more trapped you become. That's why someone making 6 figures can still feel broke. Because wealth is not about income, it's about freedom. And freedom comes from having control over your time, not from owning expensive things. Now here's where things get psychological. Most people don't even realize they're trapped, because the trap is comfortable. That's what makes it dangerous. You're not starving. You're not homeless. You have Netflix. You have DoorDash. You have a decent apartment. You can occasionally buy nice things. So your brain says things are okay. But deep down, you still feel anxious. Why? Because comfort is not the same thing as freedom. A prisoner in a luxury prison is still a prisoner, and most people are financially imprisoned by obligations. Think about this. If your boss fired you tomorrow, how long could you survive? 1 month? 3 months? Most Americans couldn't survive 6 months without income. That means millions of people are one emergency away from financial disaster. One medical bill, one layoff, one recession, one unexpected problem, and suddenly the entire illusion collapses. Because the truth is, most people don't own their lives. Their bills do. And once fear enters the picture, people stop making bold decisions. They stay at jobs they hate. They tolerate toxic bosses. They ignore their dreams. They delay happiness. Not because they want to, because they have to. The system turns survival into a full-time job. There's a phrase called golden handcuffs. It describes people who earn too much to quit, but not enough to become free. And this trap is everywhere. Lawyers, doctors, engineers, tech workers, corporate employees, people with high incomes, but zero freedom. Let me tell you about Marcus. Marcus worked in tech, made around $180,000 a year. From the outside, he looked successful. Luxury apartment, Tesla, designer clothes, international vacations. But privately, he was miserable. He hated his job. He hated the stress. He hated waking up every Monday. But he couldn't leave, because his lifestyle cost too much. The apartment, the car, the payments, the expectations. Everything depended on the next paycheck. So every morning, he kept going. That's the dark side of modern success. People aren't working because they love their jobs. They're working because their lives became too expensive to escape. And corporations know this. That's why raises often feel meaningless. You get a raise, and somehow your stress level stays exactly the same. Because expenses rise with income. The system trains you to consume every dollar you earn. And the moment you consume it all, you lose power. Because the person who needs the paycheck the most always has the least freedom. Here's the biggest lie society tells people. High income equals wealth. It doesn't. There are doctors living paycheck to paycheck, athletes who go broke, celebrities drowning in debt. Because income is temporary. Wealth is ownership. Income stops when you stop working. Wealth continues paying you even while you sleep. That's the difference. Most people spend their entire lives chasing income. The wealthy focus on assets. Assets are things that generate money. Businesses, investments, real estate, stocks, digital assets. The average person buys liabilities. Bigger cars, more expensive lifestyles, luxury purchases, and then wonders why they never feel financially secure. Because security doesn't come from spending money. It comes from owning things that produce money. The wealthy understand something most people never learn. The goal is not to look rich. The goal is to become free. And those are two completely different things. Now the trap is even more dangerous because of social media. Every day, people compare themselves to strangers online. Luxury vacations, expensive watches, perfect apartments, designer brands, fancy dinners. And slowly, people begin upgrading their lives to impress people they don't even know. Not because they truly want those things, because they want validation. And companies understand this perfectly. Modern marketing is built around insecurity. You are constantly being told, you need more, you deserve more, you should upgrade. New phone, new car, new house, new lifestyle. Because if people became content, consumerism would collapse. The economy depends on endless consumption. That's why being financially disciplined today almost feels rebellious, because the system rewards spending, not saving. And every swipe of a credit card quietly steals future freedom. Most people aren't poor because they don't earn enough. They're poor because they spend everything they earn trying to appear successful.